Yeah, fine, no issue. We can see that. So basically, to add bank details, where we will go is that we have option of adding under payment method. Okay. So the navigation is that under payroll we have payment method, and so we have given the security rule. So if I say control F11, which means I'll see only the payment method that I created. Okay, so here payment method is nothing but the mode of payment that I'm paying to the employee. Okay, and to add the bank details, what we will do is that after finance has given, I mean, have created the bank account. So we will just click this three dot. So this will give an input. So again, the instance has this issue. So we'll not be able to see this. Okay. So probably I'll create one bank account and then I'll show you how it will work. So we have it in the other responsibility. So from there I will show you. Okay, so before that I'll show how to create a bank account. So even though it comes under finance, so we should know the basic details, so how it is created and all those basic information. Okay, so I'll just create one bank and one bank account, and then we will see how we are attaching the same with our HRMS or the payroll payment method. Okay, so there are three setups that is involved. So firstly, it is bank creation, and then branch creation, and then account creation. Okay. So can you see my screen, or still you are seeing my Java page?
Screen is visible, sir.
Okay. Yeah. So the manage bank and branches is all right. Okay. Fine.
So Java page is only views visible, sir.
Okay. Yeah.
Now this OA page is opening or Java page.
It is OF actually.
The OA form you cannot use. I am not viewing. I am seeing only Java forms.
Okay. Give me a minute. Let me reshare this. Yeah. Can you see now?
Yes, sir. Now OA forms.
Okay. So I'll come from home. So here, if you see, so basically in home page, we will have the overview information of the bank accounts that has been created. So this will be by country wise. So if at all we are implementing for multi-country, so that is when we will have these options created. So if you see here, so we have more number of banks created under US, since this is an test environment. So in production, it will be entirely different. So it will be only for the country that we are implementing the payroll process. Okay. So now to create a bank, so I'll just click this option called bank, and here I will say create bank. Okay. So here I can give the country of this bank. So where exactly this bank is being operated. Okay. So in this case, it is United States. And let me create one for American Express. Okay, so there are more details that we can capture, including the address and the contact person, where the manager or any one of the contact person. If at all I want to add, I can add. Okay, so this bank address which we are speaking is about the corporate address of the bank. And apart from that, when we are creating the bank branch, we will have again the same fields populated. So that is the actual branch that our account is maintained. Okay. So this is not mandatory information to give. So what I'll do is that I'll just skip this step and I'll complete the bank creation. Okay. So the bank is created, that is American Express, and we'll create a branch. Yeah, so we have created the branch also. So the next step is to create the bank account. Okay, so these are the details that we had earlier. That means we created a bank called American Express and the branch is NJHQ. Okay, so now we will have to give access. So here, bank account owner is nothing but the legal entity. So when we saw the structure of this particular the EBS structure, so we saw that we have the business group, and then we have legal entity, ledger, operating unit, other options. Okay. So here the legal entity is what we will attach with bank. So based on this, basically the bank accounts are created. So we have already assigned for the vision operation. So I'll show from here. Okay. So now we have an option whether I want to use this particular bank account for all these three, that is payable, receivable, and payroll, or whether I want to use only for the payroll. So this I'm creating only for payroll, so I'm enabling only for payroll. If at all I'm using the same account for payable and receivable as well, so I will enable these things also. So those are very rare cases that we will use for payable and receivable also, because what will happen in real time is that we will not have attached for payables and receivable also, because payroll will have their own accounts, and even our receivable will have their own accounts, and payable will have their own accounts. Again, inside collections we will have different accounts. Okay, so this is how it will work. So based on that, I have enabled only the payroll option. Okay. So after enabling payroll, basically you will have to give a few information. That is account number and the account code combination and which currency we are using. Okay, so those are the options. So we will see each one of it in detail. Okay, so now I can give the account name. So this is our internal reporting thing that we can maintain. So I'm just saying this is an headquarters main account. So usually, payroll is processed from HQ, so that is the reason I'm giving this account as an HQ main account. So probably we can use also the HQ payroll account. So either way we can use. So this is just a naming convention. So I'm just giving this as an account name, and then I'm giving the account number. Okay, and the currency is based on the country of operation. So since we have selected United States, I'm picking USD for currency. Okay. So now we have given the basic account information. So that is account number and the account name. So now, even though these two options called cash and cash clearing, it's not mandatory. So we will have to give it. The reason being is that when we uh, remit the payment to the employees, so what will happen is that it will basically pick the cash clearing and the cash account to knock off and to give the final settlement. So in order to achieve that, so I will need these two things. So if I'm not giving at this point, so what system will do is that it will not generate the accounting entries properly, and these entries will stuck in interface. Okay, so interface and the other things we will see at later point. So how to retrieve from interface and the other things. So for now, we will see the basic process that we have in payroll. Okay, so what I will do is that I'll attach the cash and cash clearing. Okay. Yeah, so these are the two mandatory accounts that we will have to give. So apart from that, we have the bank charges, bank errors, and realized gain or realized loss for the foreign currency transaction. Okay, so these are the things that we have. So these are optional for us. So what I will do is that I'll complete this. And next step is to give access to the organization that we are working with. So in this case, what we are doing is that we are doing it for vision operation. So I will attach vision operation here.
Yes, I'm not able to hear him.
Okay, so I have given access to payroll and I also attached for this particular unit called Vision Corporations. Okay, so I'll just say save and close and I'll complete this configuration. Okay, so now what we will do is that we will navigate to payroll and we will create one payment method and we will see how we are fetching the bank account details there.
Uh,
You just give me a minute. Yeah, fine. Yeah, let me share the screen. Okay, so the reason why I'm navigating to human resource but not the responsibility that we created is that we don't have privileged to create the bank account. So that is the reason I created the bank account with Vision Corporation. Okay, so the since the business group or the operating unit is different, so we'll not be able to fetch the bank account that we created in our responsibility. Okay, so that is the reason I'm navigating here. Okay, so this part I'll show it from here. that is common responsibility, human resource. Okay, so the navigation visa, it is payroll. So under payroll, we have the payment method. Okay, so I will just give a name here. Okay, so let me pick the method. I think it should be defined for yes, yeah, it is here. Okay, so now we have a few other information as well. That is whether this particular payment is costed or this particular payment method that we are creating. So this is used to clear the payment, and can I void it, and can I transfer it to GL? So these are the options that we can select. So I will need all these options. So unless I complete these processes, so I'll not be able to basically complete my payroll cycle. So unless we transfer these payroll transactions to GL, so this will not end inside Oracle. Okay, so that's the reason I'm giving all these options. And external manual payment is nothing but it is an ad hoc payments that we will release to employee. So that probably we will not need it. So I'm just excluding this part alone. Okay. And then we have the ledger that we will have to attach it. So as I said, we will not have our ledger that is attached to it. The reason being is that responsibility is completely different. Okay. So I will pick this one called Vision Operations. Okay, so this is the one that I'm attaching. Okay. So we saw that the cost center and the chart of accounts and the costing segments that we created for the payroll. So based on that, if you see here, so we have a change in our structure. The reason being is that for this ledger, the structure is different and the structure that we had is different. Okay. So what I will do is that I will pick the accounts from here. Yeah. So this is the account that we created. So that is HQ main account. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So let me start from the beginning. Okay. So payment. The reason why we are creating payment method is that if I want to make or dispense my salary this month, so I will need a method to process the payroll. Okay. So here it could be check, it could be cash, or it could be a wire transfer, or it could be NEFT, RTGS, anything. So for our case, what we have done is that we have taken check payment. So since our setups that we are trying to do is based on with basis of US, so I have picked this as an US based check. Okay. So based on this, system will populate automatically the currency, that is USD. If I have selected in India validated check payment method, so it will say automatically this is an INR. Okay. And also here the country. Okay. And the next step that we did is that we enabled this particular payment method for cost payment. So unless we give these options here, so we'll not be able to complete our payroll process, because when we speak about payroll, we have multiple steps that is involved. So firstly, what we will do, we will run the payroll. So we have separate concurrent program, and then we will run the prepayment. So prepayment is nothing but it is a process of arranging our payments based on the assignments. Okay. So once this is done, so system will prepare the costing. So costing is nothing but the process of making the payment and accounting the payment that we have made. Okay. So that is the third step that we will do. Okay. After this, what we will do, we will run the cost of payment. So cost of payment is nothing but once we make the payment, so we will record it in our books, that is payroll or GL. Okay. So once we have recorded in payroll, so what we will do, so these recorded transactions should be transferred to GL. So we will do transfer to GL. So once this is done, we will import those transactions into our GL module and we will post it. So that is where the payroll cycle ends. Okay. Yeah. So we have created record. Okay. I did not give the bank details here. So this is nothing but so this is mostly optional field. So probably since this is an test environment, so people have changed this as an required, which means mandatory. Okay, so now this payment method is saved. Okay, so after saving the payment, what we did is that we created a payroll. So payroll is nothing but it is kind of an entity. So wherein this payroll will be attached to the employee. So here let me create again another one using the same details that we created for payment method. Okay. Okay, so this is the one that we created, that is Tata check. Okay. And the consolidation set is created automatically. So I'm not creating a new consolidation set. So instead what I'm doing is that I'm taking my business group. So basically, system will automatically create one consolidation set using the business group setups that we have given. So if at all I want to create a custom one, so very well I can create a custom one and I can attach it here. Because this stays as only the reporting purpose. Apart from that, this is not going to play a major role. So that's the reason I'm not creating any custom consolidation set, but still we have an option to create it. So I'll just say okay, and then I will attach the cost allocation. Okay, so we have given these details. So I did not change the date. So which means I did not use the date tracker. So if I want to enable, I can enable, but I don't want to change the date. So I'm just creating a new one. Okay. And then, yeah, probably we can save this and we can see whether the periods are created. Okay, so these these are the additional information that is used to capture the termination and the other information. So these are not mandatory. So if we have a special requirement that we will have to capture this as a part of payroll processing, so we will have to customize it and we can capture those informations. Okay. Yeah. So what I will do is that I'll check whether the periods are created. Yeah, this is generated. Okay. So yeah, we can see that check date is 1st of August and the scheduled run is 1st of August. The reason is that we gave there one. So where we gave one is that here. We gave it as check as one and the scheduled run and the cutoff date as one. Okay, so that is the reason. And here we can see, so this is an valid payment method effective from 24th July. Okay. Yeah, any doubt till now? Yeah, fine, or we can move on. Okay, fine. So let's move on. Okay. Yeah, so let me create here itself some basic configurations. So that is GL flex wheel map, and then we will see the assignment and these informations. So these information we saw that so basically this is used or this particular setup is needed to map our GL with our payroll module. So why we will do this mapping or why do we require this particular configuration is that so unless we provide this mapping, system will not understand the transactions that we are sending. Because what we have is that we might have different set of the segment also. Probably the count is same, but I might have different set of segments with me in payroll. But it is not necessary that it should be same as this. It is suggested to have it as same. So if at all there is a change, so I will have to do the mapping. But unless these two records are not matching, system is not going to accept the transactions that we are pushing from payroll. So that is the reason if you see, so most of the cases we will have the segments that is similar to our GL. So it could be either way. It could be either GL will have same or probably this will have similar setups. Okay. Okay, so in this case, my cost center is my department. Okay, so if you see here, so we have company and product as same. But apart from that, if you see, we have a few variations as well. That is cost center, GL account, and labor distribution. So it is nothing but a term change, but still we will have to map it in this setup. So unless we do the mapping, system will not understand because the data, if you see the data, how it will flow through is as a cost center, but whereas when it reaches to GL module, it is department. So system will not understand how this data should be handled. So that is the reason what we are doing. We are creating a mapping between the GL chart of accounts and payroll costing segments. Okay. Yeah. So we are done with the mapping. What we will do, we'll just close this. Okay. And then I will look for few, let me assign or let me create some employee and then probably I'll do the assignment. So the reason why I will use this assignment set is that let's say I have 10 to 20 employees. So usually it will not be less than that. So for those cases, what we will do, we will create an assignment set and we will run as an payroll batch, not the individual employee. So last time we saw for individual employee is an ad hoc payment that we wanted to release, or probably I want to see before releasing the payment to employee, probably I want to run once internally and I want to check whether the values are populating correctly or probably the entries needs to be changed. So those case we have seen. So today what we will see how this assignment set will work, which means for group of employees, so how will we process these payroll? Okay. So what I will do, firstly, I'll just create an employee. So probably it should be there. Let me check if the list of employees are there. We can use that. So these basic information we have seen. So that is yeah. So that is to have employee created. We will need the last name. So whatever we are seeing it in yellow, so this becomes our mandatory field to enter. and then we will have to give the basic information, so that is gender, and we have the action. So action is nothing but, so whether this is an application or this is an employment. So the difference between application and employment is that application is something hiring process. So I'm an applicant, so probably I'll have the probation period and the other things. But whereas employment is kind of an full-time employment. Okay, so which means I'm creating this particular person, Rick, as an employee. Okay, so now let me save this, and probably I will go to assignment and assign the organizations. Okay, so what we have done is that we have just attached the payroll entity that we created. So the one that we created is Tata underscore payroll. So I have just attached it. So the job and position probably, if I want, I can add. So it should be available, I think. So since this is an test environment, so I'm not sure which one is working. So probably let me take one admin, or probably let me take the accountant. Okay, so we have attached these inputs. Okay, so after this, what we will do is that we will just check the entries that has been populated for this particular employee. Okay. Okay. So yeah, let me pick or let me give these assignment. So where I'll give these assignment is that in the element link. So that is where I'm linking all these elements there. So let me navigate here. So this is under total compensation. So I have the basics. So under this we have element link. What this will do is that this will ensure that whatever element that we are creating, so this will have attachment with our payroll. Okay. And the link between this is that, so our payroll will be automatically linked with employee. So let's say I have two different payroll run that I'm doing. So for one, probably I might have management people attached to it, and the other probably I'll have the other employees attached to it. So this way, probably if I want to segregate, I will also able to segregate that as well. So now what I will do is that I'll give the basic pay. And I will attach this with the payroll that we created. So we have given it. So now what I'll do, I'll say this is an casting. So when we say this is an casting, it will ask for the casting and the balancing. So I'll give both the information. Okay, so we have attached it, and also we have given these option, that is transfer to GL. Okay, so now if I want to enable this option, okay, link to. Okay, let me give a few details of employee. So probably let me pick the organization and the job and role that we created. So these are not mandatory to give always. So it is depends on the localization that we are implementing. So since we have given these details to employee when we are registering, so I'm just giving the same inputs here as well. Yeah, so this is the job that we gave. Okay, so now we can see that link status is complete. So what we have done is that we have linked this particular element with our payroll. So yeah, once we query, probably we will be able to get it, or it has been assigned automatically. Okay. So let me assign another 2 or 3 components as well. And then probably we will run this one. I call, yeah, we will run the payroll run process. Okay, so similar process. So I have attached for this particular component as well. So now we have added 2 components. So that is earning side. One is basic pay and another one is HRA. So what I will do, I'll create another component. So probably I will add a deduction. Okay. So let me pick one deduction from the list. Okay, let me pick one free deduction, this one, probably. Okay, I think probably this is assigned to multiple people, so that's why it's saying this. Let me add, let me try based on salary basis. Okay, let me attach with the existing one and probably will check this issue later. So the issue with some linking factor. Okay, you'll see that. So, okay. So now we will have to create the assignment set. So that's it. So I'm done with the assignment set generation. Okay. So now, so there are other option as well. So let's say I wanted to give a condition to pick this assignment criteria. So I can give list of condition to pick the items for the payroll processing. So if you see here, so since this is a test environment, we have a lot of condition sets that we can attach. But usually the count is not this much. So based on the requirement, so we can create multiple condition sets here. So we have an option called write formula. So using that option, probably we can create a number of condition sets. Okay. So we will see that later part. So after completing our basic payroll processing, so we will see how we can use the formula and where we will attach it, and for what are the functionalities that we can achieve using the formula. So those things we will see it separately. Okay, so for now, so these are the things that we can use. So basically, we have the condition or the criteria to pick the employees. So we have created it. So what I will do is that I will run payroll. What I will do, I'll navigate to view request. So under request, I have an option to say payroll run. Okay, I think some privilege issues. Okay, so there is an issue with the FAST formula that we have attached. Let me check. Okay, so let me try to run it again. So let me give the details. So what I will do is that I will run for the period, let's say, yeah, so I'll have to navigate to 2021. Yeah, so let me run for July. So the date that I will get with affected is that it is 1st of August. Okay, and then we will assign the assignment set. Okay, and then we have either it could be a regular run or it could be the supplemental also. So supplemental is nothing but the alternative that we have created. So that is something kind of an ad hoc payments. So I'm not using ad hoc, so I'm just using the regular one. And assignment set is basically used to pick the employees. So I have added it. Okay. And also, if I want to specify the set that what are the elements that system should pick, I can specify here. So this is optional because it's not that for all the employees we will have the same elements picked up, at least the values. Okay. So I'm just saying okay, and I'll complete this and I'll start the prepayment run. I think again some privilege issue. So because of that, it has failed with error. Give me a minute. Let me check the log file. So probably I'll get the details. Okay, I think there is an issue with the element. So probably the fast formula has gone wrong somewhere. Okay, so before that, what I'll do, I'll show where we can check these issues, or where we can check the payroll run process, what is the progress, and the costing information, all those informations. Okay, so we have an option to view. Okay, so under this we have two options. So either I can say this is based on the payroll process, which means this is the entire payroll run, or probably I can search by employee, that is assignment payroll results. So firstly, let me open the payroll process results, and probably I'll take the details from here, and then we will go to individual employee. Okay, so yeah, because it is an error, it's not going. So okay, let me check what are the assignment. I mean, what are the elements that is assigned to this employee, and we will correct those details, and probably we will rerun the payroll process. Okay, so now what I will do is that let me reverse the payroll that we ran. Okay, so it is kind of deleting the process that we have done earlier. Okay, let me do this on the employee screen itself. Okay, I think some issue with setup because what we have done is what we have done is that so we took partially from the setup that I done earlier. So probably since this is test environment, there could be some changes to it by someone. So it's not happening. So it says that issue in the assignment. I mean, basically it's with elements. So the balance dimension that we will attach. Let me check this, and probably we will try to see the payroll batch process tomorrow. Yeah, any other doubt or any doubt till now?
Sir, today for single employee only, we saw the payroll.
Yeah, yes, we did not run, so that is what it did not happen. So it is ending up with error. So I'll have to check on that. So the batch process we will see tomorrow.
Anyway, Arun, I didn't understand it
Sir, another doubt.
completely. Sorry.
Yeah,
I've just had a look at it, but I've not grasped anything because I'm not very familiar with the basics what you have taught them earlier.
yeah,
So maybe
got it.
I'll come up with a lot of doubts later. I'll catch
Yeah,
up with that
yeah, sure.
all that later. Yeah.
Yeah, sure,
Anyways,
sure.
is this going to continue or can I just log off because it's quite 10 p.m. because everyone are waiting
Okay.
for my dinner. Can I just log off today earlier? So I'll catch you
Yeah,
later because
yeah,
I
sure.
didn't know that this will prolong this time.
Yeah, sure.
Thank you, Arun.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
All right. I will text you later on whatever doubts I just come up with. Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure,
Okay.
sure.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
thanks.
See you guys.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, yes, mother.
Create. Sir, for single employee, whether we need to create assignment set. There's no need of creating assignment set for single employee, no?
No, for single employee, we will not need assignment set. So very well, we can go to this page called employee, and from there we can use this quick pay, and we can process the payroll run there itself. In fact, we can run the
Sir,
costing and all this.
sir, also for element creation,
Mm.
whether we have to create a new element or if there's already there's an existing element, can we add it also? No. Today you added few elements, no? So I'm
Yeah,
asking.
yeah.
Is it
Existing
necessary
is
for us to create the element or we can add it, add the existing elements?
no. Since this is a test environment, we have the test elements that has been created already. But in real time, you will not have the seeded elements or anything. So we will have to create it manually. So after creating, we will attach it with payroll. So the issue here is that I don't have complete access to this
Mm.
application. So if I want to show it from that particular responsibility, I need full access, that is bank account creation, other things. So without that, basically, you will not be able to complete our payroll process. So that's why I came to this one, the common responsibility. But then there are some setup issues, I think, which I need to check on that. So that is what.
So while creating assignment set, whether I have to link every employee into the with the assignment set?
No, it's not every employee. Whichever employee you wanted to pay in this particular cycle, so you will have to link there. So let's say
Assignment
I
set
have.
in the set means.
Mm, tell me,
Yes,
tell
sir,
me.
you can say. So assignment set in the sense means how it will operate.
So how this will work is that so assignment set is nothing but so for each employee, so we have set of assignment. Okay. So let's say I have 50 or let's say 100 employees. So now I have two different
Mm.
payroll entity that has been created. So now I want to run first set of 50 with payroll run 1 and second set of payroll to the second set of 50 employees. So now what I will do is that I will create an assignment set. I will write a condition if this grade is matching. So system should pick this particular employees, that is first 50 employees. And if this is not matching, it should pick or it should process with the second set of payroll process, let's say A or B. Okay, so this is the purpose of having the assignment set. This is nothing but it is
Assignment
selecting the
set
list of
mean,
employees. Mm,
sir, it means it refers the number. Am I correct? For example, for employee, you created the number is employee number is 4114. So assignment set means it pick the assignment number. Is it correct or wrong?
No, not exactly, because when we say assignment, so this is completely on the basis of payroll entity. So assignment number that we have given for tracking and the information purpose, but that will not play the major role in terms of picking for payroll process. So it should be always based on the payroll entity that we have defined.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Another. Sir, for reverse run.
Mm,
Today we have done for quick pay for single employee. We have done quick pay.
yeah, correct.
For since there's a fault, we have gone for reverse run.
Mm,
Similarly, if I have done it for a batch of
mm,
employees, I have run the payroll
mm,
and I find some difficulties. I have
mm,
made some error. How
mm.
to reverse run for a batch of employee? Batch.
Similar process. So how it will work is that we have an concurrent program, so wherein it will reverse these entries based on the payroll run that we have done. So if you remember initially what we have done is that we saw two things. So either we can see based on, okay, let me navigate here. Okay, so here, if you see, we have two things. So one is that the assignment, which means for individual employee, or the other thing that I have is for the entire payroll. So here, what I will do is that I will have this what you call the process run ID. So using this process run ID, I will link there in the concurrent program, and I will reverse that process which I ran. Okay, so this is again a concurrent program that I will use to reverse for the entire batch or the list of all the list of employees.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Yeah,
Sir, another one, sir.
yeah.
Sir, what will be the difference between a for a batch run and a single run? For
So
single run,
batch,
I know the step-by-step process.
mm,
For a batch run, what will be the step-by-step?
yeah, same process. It is not that we will have a different process for single employee, and we will have. I mean, the step is basically same. So it will start from payroll run. So after we do the pay, so basically only difference is payroll run. Here we will say it is in quick pay, but whereas here it is payroll run. So after payroll run, we will run the prepayment. So after
So,
running the prepayment, we will do the costing. So similar process, same thing.
so in the initial stage itself, we will define the batch in case of running the batch pay.
Yes, yes.
Okay,
Before
sir.
that, we will define it.
Sir, at the starting of the class, you said about the banking, no, for creation of banks.
Yeah.
Sir, it comes under cash management only, no?
Yes, correct. That is finance
Cash
setup.
management in the sense it goes to finance only, no? They will only able the
Yes.
banks will be created only by the finance only, no?
Yes, correct. That is what I was saying. So it will be created by finance. So even though it is in financial configuration, so we will need to know the basics of the cash management as well. I mean the cash management in the sense bank creation and bank account. Because end of the day, we will be using that bank account in our payroll. So we will need to have the basic knowledge, not the detailed one. So only the basic thing. So that's about it. But it will be created by finance consultants.
Okay, sir. So another one, sir,
Yeah.
in distribution set, I saw distribution set. What's the
Hmm.
difference between the costing and balancing? What is the costing? What is the balancing? Only a
So,
single. Hmm.
hmm.
Yes, sir.
So what so what will happen is that so when you run this payroll, So there will be an accounting entry that will be generated. So this accounting entry we are transferring to general ledger. Okay. So now how system will identify that this is an debit entry and this is an credit entry. So whatever we are seeing in the balancing, so this becomes my credit entry, and whatever I have on the other side, so this becomes my debit entry. So this is where basically we are defining when we link our elements with our payroll. Okay, so where system will pick this is an debit account that I should pick as a combination. So similarly for the credit, I should pick from here. So we are intimating to the system that this is the place that it should pick the debit and credit entries.
Then means the costing and distribution is based on the chart of accounts.
Yeah, yes, correct. Based on the chart of account. In the
Oh,
sense, in the sense, we are designing based on the chart of accounts. But
mm.
now what we have seen is that the payroll process. So based on the chart of account structure, we will define the payroll. But whatever the information that we are giving here is not the GL chart of account. Instead, this is an payroll costing segment.
Okay, sir. Sir, another one, sir, regarding
Yeah.
Western I have one doubt. Sir,
Hmm.
what is the difference between R12 and Fusion? Is there difference between any two, R12 and Fusion?
Yeah, difference is there. So you have a lot of things added into Fusion. So for example, if you take the employee addition, so as a part of implementation, so we will have to load the employees. So this will comes under the data migration and the other approaches. So here, if you see, we will need the technical support and these things. But whereas if you see Fusion, so that is entirely different. So we have something called FPDA. So this is file-based data import. So wherein we can just enter the values in Excel sheet, and system will automatically get those values into the application. So we don't need to do anything. So similarly, we have more features in Fusion. So we have something value added in Fusion. So because if you see R12, so this came at least 20 years back. But Fusion is came recently, which means around 10 years or something. So it is, I mean, it is going up now. So probably that has more added thing compared to R12.
Then you have to update Fusion also, no, sir. You have to learn about that also, no?
Yeah, it's good to know, I mean, add Fusion also.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. I got my doubt.
Yeah. Anything else?
Nothing, sir.
Okay. Anything, Gayatri or Asha?
Nothing, sir. If any doubts is there, I'll text you, sir.
Okay, sure.
Sir, you given some material now, sir.
Yeah, I think Suresh forwarded.
Yeah. That
Yeah.
all materials, what, sir? Which material we have to follow? That all are
Uh,
confusion, sir. That materials. He's saying
okay.
4 or 5 materials.
Okay, let me check that because he said that he shared the user manual and the configuration document. Let me check that and
Okay.
I'll tell you in the next class which one we should follow.
Okay, sir. You tell me that one means then we follow that material, sir.
Yeah, sure, sure. I'll tell you tomorrow.
It's very confusion, sir. That all materials are which one we have to follow that we don't know, sir.
Yeah, sure, sure. I'll tell you tomorrow.
Sure, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, another one, sir.
Yeah, yes.
Sir, is there any separate manual for payroll? Other manual you send, it is useful for learning. For payroll, it is not very deep, sir, that manual.
Yeah, let me check whether Suresh has forwarded it already. If not, let me
That
check
is
my drive
something,
and I'll share.
all things are there, sir. Only payroll is not there, sir, in that
Okay.
material.
Okay, let
All,
me check and let me check my drive. I mean, let me check first what Suresh has forwarded. So if it is not there, I'll probably pick from my drive and I will share it with you.
Sure.
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Yeah,
Okay,
fine.
sir.
Yeah. Anything else? Gayatri, anything?
Sir, no, sir. I will message you with the questions. I have doubts, sir.
I think your voice is a little low.
I will message you the questions list, sir. I have
Okay,
doubts.
fine, fine. Okay, fine, fine.
Okay, sir. Bye, sir. Good night.
Yeah, good night. Thanks.